Hi, my name is Colby Sharp, and I had some friends doing an ed camp that asked me if I could make a little video to kick off their ed camp. So if you're at that ed camp, hi. If you're not, if you're just watching on YouTube, hi. I am super excited for the upcoming school year, and in this video, I'm going to share with you 5 things that I am going to be working on heading into the school year, and hopefully 1 or 2 of these things will help you kick off your school year so you can have the best school year ever. Okay, are you ready? Let's go. First thing that I am trying to be better at is reading more professional books. I used to do that a ton early as a teacher as I was growing my craft, as I was learning about the profession. And then I joined Twitter and I met all these people writing books and I started reading more tweets and blog posts and watching videos and that sort of thing. But lately I have been reading more professionally, and I am finding that reading a book that an author took years of their life to create and taking all of the experiences from their classroom is really helping my practice. And it is just forcing me to think deeply and forcing me to plan big and to dream big. And I'm getting more out of that and different things out of that than from reading the tweets and the blog posts. I still read those things. I still really enjoy those things. But yeah, my first tip is to read more professionally. Dedicate time to reading books by the experts in your field. Here are a few books that I would recommend you read. The first one is the one that I have just recently finished. It's 180 Days by Kelly Gallagher and Penny Kittle. They take a year of teaching language arts in 9th grade and they break it down into what they can fit in, how they can do it, what they picked was worth having in the classroom and what they had to let go. And while they are high school English teachers, I think this book, especially the first few chapters, are super important and super relevant to people teaching any grade, any class, to really help you think about long-term planning, to really help you think about adjusting that plan as the year goes and thinking about what it is we're doing in our classrooms, why we're doing it, and why it's worth doing and spending the time doing. So that's book number 1. The second book is by Kristine Hertz and Kristine Mraz. It's Kids First from Day One. It will really help you think even more like 180 Days about what we're doing and why we're doing it and putting kids first in everything that we do. This is the book that I'm currently reading. It's so good. I read it on a plane. It was just like my brain was exploding. The third book that I highly recommend, even though I have not read it yet, but so many of my friends have, and I have heard this author speak multiple times this summer from her heart, from the work that she's done in this book. I have to read this book before school. Like, I will not let myself start school without reading this book, and that's Being the Change by Sarah K. Ahmed. And she is doing some really amazing work with identity, some really amazing work with just teaching kids to be better people and helping teachers to guide kids and help kids become the people that we want them to be. I am dying to read this book. I know it's going to be a heavy book in terms of like I'll have to really think about my practice and what I'm doing, but I'm excited. So that's number 1, read more professionally. I'll put links to all of these books in the description of this video below in case you want to order them, because you should, because they're awesome. Number 2, read aloud every single day. And I mean everyone reading aloud to kids more. Maybe you can't do every single day if you teach gym, but you can like introduce kids to things like The Undefeated and things like the Players Tribune and authors like Shea Serrano and Bill Simmons and so many other great authors who write about the things that kids are interested in. So if you're a gym teacher, there's that. If you are a social studies teacher, there are so many different things that you can expose your kids to that will enhance your curriculum and will help kids become lifelong readers, help kids know that they can turn to books when they're looking to figure out life problems, to figure out who they are, and to figure out what they want to become. So number 2 is definitely reading aloud more, not just in the language arts classroom, not just in the elementary school, but in every class, every day, all year long. Read aloud, people. It's so much fun. Even if it's just 2 minutes, 1 minute, 2 minutes, a couple paragraphs, get kids excited, get that seed planted in their heads. Read aloud, yo. Number 3, talk less, listen more. I know I'm just saying like read aloud, which involves you talking, but the less we talk, the more opportunity the kids have to talk, the more opportunity their voices need to be heard. And I mean in the whole class, I mean in small groups, I mean in pairs, I mean formally, informally, we need to let the kids talk more. I remember one of my early evaluations, early as a teacher, my principal mentioned to me that I was talking too much. And I could have like got all pouty and said, no, you're wrong, and I have to. But no, I listened, and she was right. And she said something that has always stuck with me. And that is, and I don't remember the exact words, but it had something to do with, think about like having to pay for every word you say in class. Like every word you say, you have to put a nickel in a jar. And just think about, be very careful with your money and be very careful with your words, because you want to make sure that the kids are the ones leading things and the kids are the ones having their voices heard. Talk less, listen more. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm trying to find like different places in my tiny hotel room in Austin, Texas to film this. So like trying to give you like different views, and it's not, I know, sorry for don't have the best background. I had plans to film this video outside and all over, and I went for a run super early this morning, and when I looked at the weather after my 4-mile run, it was already 102 degrees. So sorry about that. Number 4 on my list, this one's really important. You need to pick good friends at school. I think that we all need to have people at school that we can go to, people that we can talk to. Gary Vaynerchuk often says to drop one loser friend. And like, I'm not saying that you need to drop a loser friend, but what I am saying is like the people that you associate with at school will have a tremendous impact on you and your teaching and your attitude and your view of the building and your view of kids. So find people who are positive, find people who are doing the work that you want to do, find people with the same values that you have. And I'm not saying that you don't need someone that you can go to. I have a teacher in my building who I'm super close friends with. Her name is Mrs. Woolworth. We taught 3rd grade for years together. And it was an amazing partnership. Like we really fed off each other, we really pushed each other. And I think we're both pretty positive people, but there are times when you need to vent and you need to like let loose. And we would do that. We would sit in her room before school and say, I need to leak. Is it okay if I do that now? And I would just get it all out. Or she would do it and get it all out, and then we would discuss it and then move on and continue doing the work for kids and continuing being positive. So yeah, find those people at school, surround yourself with positive people. Don't be with people who are always complaining about everything and always have a negative attitude, because that's going to bring you down. And if you're down, you're going to have a hard time getting up for kids. And we always want to be up for kids. My 5th and final piece of advice for you heading into your new school year is to take care of yourself. Make sure that you take care of you, because you can't take care of your students, you can't take care of your family, you can't take care of anyone else if you don't take care of yourself first. I know that's not how teachers want to look at it. I know that you are a servant of others. I know that you want to help others, but you have to take care of yourself. And what that means for you could be totally different from what that means to the person sitting next to you. For me, it means exercising 5 or 6 days a week. That time alone, that time to think, that time to make myself more healthy is so important. And when I don't get a chance to do that most of the week, I feel off and I feel just not myself, and I don't feel good. I don't feel strong. I don't feel fulfilled. I'm also trying to write every day and trying to get my thoughts down on paper, not for a book, not for a blog post, but just to get things down, to reflect, to think about things. I know a lot of people like to meditate. A lot of people are trying to eat healthier or eat cleaner or try to like give up something. I really, really, really hope that you'll think about what self-care means to you, and you'll make sure that you're doing that every day or almost every day. Get some sleep, get some rest. The more taken care of you are, the better you'll be able to serve your students. Like staying up those extra 2 hours to plan a lesson and then going to school on 4 hours of sleep. Yeah, that might work here and there, but overall, if you're doing that every day, you'll be a better teacher if you get some rest. You'll be a better teacher if you meditate, or you'll be a better teacher if you exercise. Whatever it is that you need, make sure that you take care of number 1. And number 1 has to be you, because you can't take care of those kids in your classroom if you can't take care of yourself. I just want to end this video thanking you for dedicating your life to children, dedicating your life to the future of this world, for making the world a better place. As teachers, we don't get all the fancy bells and whistles. We don't always get recognized as much as maybe we deserve, but you know what? We don't care. Like, that's not why we became a teacher. That's not why we get up early lesson planning. That's not why we stay late helping kids. That's not why we give up our lunch and our planning time to meet with others to make the lives of our students better. We do it because it's what's right. We do it because it's in our heart to help others. We do it because we want to make this world a better place. We do it because we want to give back to those who gave to us. So thank you. Thank you for being a teacher. Thank you for being a principal and administrator, whatever your role is. Thank you so much for helping others. This world is a better place because of you. Have an awesome school year. I can't wait to hear how it goes. See ya.